Hi guys, welcome to our channel. If you've never visited our channel before, I'm Val.
And I'm Josh.
And we live, work, and travel full-time in our 30-foot Airstream. Today is our 1-year road anniversary. We're very excited. We kind of can't believe it's already been a full year on the road since we left for full-time living. And we thought this would be a perfect opportunity to share with you 25 things that we have learned since we went full-time that I think we wish we'd known before we left. I'm Val, and this is my husband, Josh. Along with our 3 cats, Stella, Dylan, and Zoe, we live, work, and travel full-time in our renovated Airstream. Together, we dreamed of a life of our own design, filled with adventure and freedom. So in the summer of 2019, we sold nearly everything we own and hit the road. Life on the road can be hard sometimes, but the opportunities for discovery far outweigh the challenges. Subscribe and join us on this journey as we balance work with play and learn how we can all find a little more adventure in the world around us.
The number one thing we learned is we like to travel 3 to 4 hours on travel days. Any more than that, both of us and our cats get a little cranky.
Sure do. We definitely prefer boondocking, dry camping, over anything else, whether that's a resort, whether that's a state park. Our number one choice is always going to be boondocking. I think mostly because we love the peace and quiet, we love the space, and we end up with sometimes the most epic views like we have today.
You can't see everything. We tried it in the beginning. It didn't work out. We were exhausted. Just take your time, enjoy what you can see, and you can always come back.
One thing that we expected was to find downsizing harder than it was. I promise you, you will not miss anything that you have to give up in order to have this opportunity of a lifetime. It's just stuff. You will enjoy the experience far more than anything that you had, so just let it go and move on.
One of our main goals when hitting the road was to follow the sun. We definitely enjoy the warm weather, so we didn't think we'd need all 4 seasons of clothing. Well, we were wrong. You definitely do. It gets cold in places that you don't think all the time, so definitely pack 4 seasons of clothing.
Plan only as much as you need to be comfortable, but make sure that you leave room for spontaneity. One of the best things about living full-time on the road is that you can go and do anything you want pretty much at any point. If you're over planning, you're going to feel obligated to go on to that next thing when maybe you should stay where you are, or vice versa. You might feel obligated to stay where you are when you really should just move on. Do what you have to feel good, but otherwise just leave some room for enjoying the ride.
It's important to dedicate time for yourself when you're living tiny. We spend so much of our time together. When you need it, have that time and space to be alone.
It's important to remember that not every day is going to be Instagram perfect. There are going to be rainy days, cold days, days you feel terrible. It's important to have realistic expectations and a plan of what you're going to do when it's not perfect.
Always carry 5 gallons of extra gas. You'd be surprised when you need it. Gas stations can be quite far, especially in a lot of these remote areas.
And on that, try to have a plan of where you're going to stop on travel days so you know that your vehicle can make it that distance to that gas station. We typically make sure that we have a few planned along our route, and when we're about 100 miles to an empty tank, we really start to think about how close are we to that gas station that we planned and make sure that we can make it.
Plan to leave and arrive during the day. Nothing worse to getting to your campsite, trying to pull in during the dark, level. It's a nightmare. Trust us. You don't want to do it. We learned the hard way.
You will yell at each other. Make sure that you take your time when you're hitching and unhitching. It can be incredibly easy to get distracted when you're at camp getting set up or getting ready to leave, and it can be incredibly dangerous if you don't do it correctly.
Establish clear communication with your travel partner when arriving and leaving campsites. We've experienced a lot of times a lot of people will want to help. That's nice, but that is not good for the two of us. Nope. Safety. Just listen to your travel partner, have clear communications, and you'll be in much better shape.
And you can always close your window until someone leaves. It's really important to remember why you originally went out on this journey, whether it was to go on great adventures, to be closer with your family, with your partner. Keep that at the center of everything you're doing. It can get very easy to get distracted when you are moving all the time, you're in a new place, there's a lot going on. Keep that at the center, that focus of why you wanted to go out and live full time on the road.
Things are going to break. Don't get discouraged. It happens to everyone.
Yep.
You can figure it out. This thing moves, so just be ready, but it's not the end of the world.
Nope, you can always get it fixed. If you don't feel safe, if you don't feel comfortable, or you know what, if the weather's just crap where you're at, move on. The beauty of this lifestyle is you are not tied down to any one place. If you don't like it, hitch up and get out of there.
Keeping a routine can definitely help you keep sane. We're in different locations, different time zones, different climates, whether it's in the morning, afternoon, or evening. Having that routine will definitely help out in the long run. I know for myself, having that morning routine has helped out a tremendous amount and set the day in a really positive way.
Don't be shy. Reach out to people, whether that's your neighbor who's camping by you, someone you see on Instagram is in the same area as you. Living on the road can be lonely sometimes, and it's really important to start building a community. I know that for us, the first 6 months, we didn't really do that, and the second 6 months, we really focused on it, and it has made the experience so much better. People are friendly. Reach out. They're in the same boat as you. Trust me, they'll appreciate it.
At the beginning, you'll always want to do too much. Slow down. It'll make the difference. We always wanted to see everything, had eat at every place, go to every brewery. Not only were we exhausted, expense-wise, it did add up. So just slow down, enjoy what you can. It'll make the journey much more enjoyable.
Everybody tells you this. I promise you're still not going to listen to us because we didn't listen to anyone either. But anything you can do to slow down, make that effort. Like Josh just mentioned, it can get really easy to spend a lot of money on the road. It costs us a lot more when we first took off than we expected. It's important to kind of establish what your budget's going to be and stick to it. Find things that are the most important for you to do when you go to places, whether that's experiences, restaurants, outings, whatever it might be. Focus on what the things are that are most important to you. Spend your money there, and otherwise don't, because you can very easily spend a lot of money doing this.
Try to visit popular destinations during the week, whether that's museums, national parks, national monuments. It'll make much more of an enjoyable experience. Sometimes you have to visit on the weekend, but if you can visit during the week, fewer people, it'll be great.
Flexibility is really key to this lifestyle. There are going to be a lot of times when you just have to change your plan, your route to what you were going to do. And if you get too rigid, it can make this lifestyle very exhausting. If you're willing to go a little bit with the flow, you're going to have a lot more fun.
Everyone's going to be out in the summer. If you're planning to visit popular destinations, just take your time. You'll enjoy it much more.
I promise you that dumping your tanks is nowhere near as bad as you have envisioned it to be. It's pretty quick. It's pretty seamless. Have gloves. Have hand sanitizer. I promise it's not that bad.
If you're planning to work from the road, you definitely need to set boundaries. It's really easy to lose track of time, and having that discipline will make a difference in the long run.
Thanks so much for watching this video. We hope that you found some of these tips helpful. And if you're getting ready to hit the road, congratulations. We hope that you have an amazing time. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit subscribe. We put out new videos on Wednesday all about our travels, and on Friday all about what it's like to live full time on the road. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.